All right, it is 8 p.m. in Japan, and it is time for the Speed Skating Video Podcast. So, most people that know me know that I have one skater that I just completely adore and respect, and she is our guest today. Pound for pound, the best skater on the planet right now, Miho Takagi, and her super coach, Johan, all the way from Japan. Welcome. Konnichiwa.
こんにちは。
Johan, a lot has been made of your time in Japan. You had significant success in your time there since 2015. But then we came to the end of a quad here, and your contract was not renewed. Was this a surprise to you?
No, it was not a surprise. During the Olympics, I already explained that also to the federation that my position, I didn't know if I wanted to continue in my position. Nevertheless, I didn't expect that they would not offer me a new contract or a different position or something else. But that's the way it is, I think. I got one email. I had no meetings with them. I just got one email, and thank you for your time and goodbye. That's it. So there was no meeting about continue to help or bring my experience to the new coach, or there was nothing. It was just thank you, goodbye.
So Miho, when Coach DeWitt left, you decided to reconnect with him and continue with him as your coach. Can you tell us about that decision?
When?
Why?
Why? Okay. I decided about this in middle of June, but I thought I really thought about continue skate or retire after this season. Then I realized that I like to skate, and I want to skate with Johan. Then we started look for way to skate with us, with him. Yeah.
All right, so that was around June that you made the decision, and now, this is the start of a super team. We have Johan and we have Miho, and then we'll continue to add. So Johan, I think I misunderstood originally that maybe Miho was just going to move to the Netherlands, but it sounds like she did a training camp with you there. Now you guys are in Japan. You have World Cup qualifiers, and then after that, it's pretty much the two of you traveling the world, going from World Cup to World Cup. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
this is correct. But I have to add that like my family is now living in the Netherlands, so this is also something we discussed in the new team. My son is 5 years old. He has to go to school now, and his school is in the Netherlands, so they will stay in the Netherlands. Miho went to the Netherlands for a training camp, also to try, because maybe in the next years we can train more in the Netherlands. This was one side, and there was also a side that I was talking with with a team in the Netherlands, and Miho was also willing to join that team. So I understand your misunderstanding, but now we are trying to find a way that um, they can train really well and that I can be a little bit more home.
Yeah.
And this year was a trial, and I think Miho really liked it. The facilities were really good, so I think this will continue.
So, like I said, I think it's the beginning of a quad. So maybe this will pick up steam, and you'll pick up skaters and sponsors, and maybe Oakley because you're both wearing Oakley stuff. So maybe Oakley will get on board, and this will be the beginning of something big.
They are already on board.
Okay. Excellent. So I think maybe this is a good time to turn the clock back. So 2015, Johan, you made the decision to go to Japan. Um, I think it's been pretty well documented that a lot of Western coaches have gone to Asia, and the results have been, mixed. I would say maybe at best. Can you take us back to when you first took the job and went to Japan? And I guess tell us about what your plan was going in. Did you know exactly what you wanted to do, or did you show up and get to know the skaters, get to understand the Japanese Skating Federation, and then figure it out at that point?
Yeah, it's a good question. Um, well, back in 2015, I was a coach of a Dutch team. Our results were good, and we had 3 Japanese skaters already in our Dutch team. Um, sorry. These 3 skaters were doing really well. One of them was Nana Takagi, uh, Miho's sister. And when they came to the Netherlands, they really started to improve. And the Japanese Federation saw this and saw that they were getting better. So at the end of this season, 2014-15, the World Cup final was in Erfurt, and they approached me and asked me to come to Japan. Um, so I went there, and they made a proposal for me. I had to think about it a long time because my mother was really sick at that time. She had cancer, and so this was really difficult for me. But also, yeah, like the challenge was so big. It was also my mother's. I talked with my mother about it, and she said, "You have to go. You really have to go."
Hmm.
And this was, of course, important for me. But like the most important for me was that I did many research, and I saw that there was so much talent. Like the results with the seniors were, yeah, were really bad at that moment. Um, Vancouver was pretty good. They won I think 2 times silver, 1 time bronze, and 2014 was really bad. So yeah, the seniors were also in the World Cup. The start quotas for each distance was 1, 2, 3 maximum, and yeah, I really had to start from almost zero. But there was many talent. I researched in the World Champion Juniors. Japan had one of the most medals in the history.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Only the Netherlands and East Germany, I think. But they are finished now, so it's only the Netherlands who has more medals. So the talent is there, the infrastructure is there. There were many ice rinks. The facilities were good. Many skaters. So yeah, I thought, well, the chance of success is big. Yeah, if
Hmm.
if we can get if we can get time to improve, the chance is big. So yeah, both my mother, what my mother said, and what I researched were positive, and so I decided to go. And when I arrived, my idea was just to start. You have to start somewhere, and we started to do the testing, the same testing as we did in the Netherlands with the teams I did there. I took some staff from the Netherlands. We could go to the Netherlands for training camps to see how we did the testing with the people I met there, and well, gradually we also improved the facilities in Japan, but it started there, and I just did what I did in the Netherlands, and of course, the idea was much different, physical and mental. The plans were interesting, I think. Maybe later on we will discuss about that, but I try to prepare for everything, and then I just started.
So Miho,
Hi.
do you remember the first time you met Johan?
Yes.
What did you think of him?
Oh. I don't remember that now, but I remember he said first time for us, so that is how to be a professional in everything. So this is first step for us. So for example, what I eat or how to sleep, what I do in rest day, or except so also I was about 20 when I met him for the first time. So that moment I really like chocolate, sweets, and cake, many things, and I couldn't stop them. But this mind is really helped me. Yeah.
So, if I understood you correct, then Johan, it sounds like you and I discussed this before. You seem to be driven in your life by things that seem challenging, maybe for others, or if somebody tells you you can't do it, then you're just going to do it. So, you got there, you looked around, you brought with you what you knew, and you just started. And I think that's a good lesson for a lot of people sometimes, to just get going and then see where it takes you. I'm guessing when you got there in 2015 you didn't really think that, well, I'm going to be here for 7 years and have a big impact. But as you sit here now looking back on those 7 or so years, what do you think you really brought that made a big difference? Because clearly the results speak for themselves.
Yeah, well, what I'm really proud of is like the change of the mentality, and also the joy of the game. I heard from many people that they saw the Japanese laughing and cheering when they skated well, and this is something you don't see very often with Asian athletes. And well, I'm really proud of that our athletes were more emotional and more focused, and because they were really they believed that they could fight with the best in the world, and this step was, when I came there in 2015, that was impossible to believe, because they were skating in the B group, or a little bit behind in the A group. But yeah, like a medal is yeah, was at that time impossible. And yeah, now they are thinking about getting world champion or getting a medal on the World Cup and fight with the best and try to also like individual goals, try to jump higher and higher powers and yeah, there is so much life now, and this is something I'm really proud of.
That's not what I would have guessed, but that's an excellent answer, and it's really interesting because as you're speaking, I see that Miho is nodding along and agreeing. So I'm guessing that maybe it sounds like it's as much about an attitude as anything. Just changing the mindset to being more professional and maybe even just enjoying it more. Um, so let's change our focus a little bit to the most recent Olympics. Um, clearly Miho left her mark, not just with the success that she had, but just the number of races that she competed in over those 13 or so days. But the one that really sticks with me is the 1,000. Um, it was a great performance by itself, and it was a gold medal. But it was also the last race, and you had raced. It was your seventh race in 10 days or whatever. Um, and the other thing that I don't think people realize is that because the games were in China, the races were very late. So, Miho, take us through the 1,000 the night before and then leading up to that race.
Good preparation. Okay. Yeah, I think you know. So I had a strong cough during the Beijing Olympics games. Then I I couldn't take a good sleep many days,
Mm.
especially the night last before 1,000. I think I could take sleep just 3 hours maybe, but mm, the, yeah, I don't care about sleeping time, but and my cough was a big problem for me. So なんて言うんだろう。Yeah, also I already skated 6 days before 1,000, so I was very tired. So yeah. Also then I could 眠っていいかつな。あとは yeah, also my body was almost empty. Then
Yeah.
my stomach was not good before 1,000.
Mm.
Then I could eat just Japanese rice and natto. Yeah, natto is of course good food for me, but yeah, this was my condition. But my my mental was really calm,
Mm.
so I could focus how to skate. Then yeah, I really focus to take the first step as possible in my race. Yeah, I wanted to be faster than Gorikova from start to 200. Yeah, so it's nice. And I think I was lucky. I was lucky because I had a good pair and I could start from inner lane. So yeah, I think that's nice. Yeah.
Well, I have a little clip to show because um, I think the clip tells us a couple things. Number one, um, when you put so much into all of these races, and like you said, going into the 1,000, your body was empty, you didn't have any sleep. It was the seventh race, um, and you had success. You had the success that you wanted to get that individual gold medal. But also, I think what this clip shows is the relationship that's developed between the two of you, because you can't really fake this kind of, you know, relationship. It was a nice moment.
Yeah.
Miho, you're doing great, by the way.
You're doing great.
Yeah, thank you. 恥ずかしいな。
Okay, I have another question for you, Miho.
Hi.
Okay, so you won 4 medals at the Olympics. Which one are you most proud of?
Yeah, I can't say which is best for me because yeah, I have many memories each other. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, difficult to say. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I thought the most interesting performance was the 500. Because you usually don't do a 500, and you went out in pair 4 and you put down an incredibly fast time. And if it wasn't for Aaron Jackson really skating great, you probably would have had another gold. So, Coach, one of the things that I thought was interesting when we met and talked a little bit was your story about how you accidentally became a coach. So can you take us through that a little bit? I mean, I think I originally asked you to tell me about Johan de Witt, the skater, and then it turned into, well, here's how I became a coach, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I can't really tell something about my own skating career because it wasn't really there. So I just skated, and I liked it, but it wasn't really my passion. So I skated, and yeah, at a certain moment I went to physical education uh, to become a teacher, and yeah, I graduated when I was 25, I think, and yeah, in the years before, I I started a team because yeah, we had some skaters, including me, that weren't invited into the regional team, and I wasn't invited because I was injured the year before. So yeah, I didn't understand that. You know, why? Uh, yeah, why don't you get an invitation if you are injured? So I made a team myself, and yeah, in a short time, together with a friend of mine, this team was pretty big, and yeah, when I graduated at 25, this team existed 2 years, and the coach said, "Well, I want to finish here." I was graduated, and I had some time, so I thought, well, then I'm gonna do it, and yeah, so that's how I started as a coach. And, but it was directly serious because that year I got Irene Schouten in the team and Koen Verwij and yeah, some other good talent. So it was directly serious. So I really had to focus also, and it took a lot of time. But yeah, I just want to tell this because it was never my plan to become a coach. Yeah. Last week you told about Jordan Stoltz, great 5K by the way. But yeah, you said he has ID already to become a coach. I never had this ID. Yeah, I just rolled into it.
So I have a clip of Miho's 1500 world record, and I picked the clip up with 2 to go, and Miho is about to go over the top of Irene Wust, and I was curious if she could tell that Irene was coming and that she just stepped on it to make sure she went over the top, and it just seemed like that carried her the rest of the race. But let's just watch this quick and then we'll talk about it. Look at that tempo with 1 to go. Miho, how do you do that?
Yeah, but maybe I just focus to just go.
Man. 149. That was a good day. Is she still the only woman to ever go under 150?
2 times, yes.
Oh, twice. Show off. Do you remember that race, Miho?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I remember before the race and after the race. Yeah. That is, yeah. So. Yeah. Also, I set new record 1,000 before they, but also Paul was faster than me. So
Yeah, so two world records on that day, but then Brittany got you.
yeah, so then I really want to get set new record on 1500. So I had a very good motivation for this race. Then I remember I decided before the race. I decided just go, just go before the race. So and I did.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah.
So Johan, when Miho's gonna skate a 1500, do you guys look at which lane she has and which pair she is and talk about, like, okay, you might go over the top here or you might get a good draft, or do you have that conversation?
Yes, we always prepare the races the night before. So we discuss about simple things about the day schedule. Yeah, we also had a big team, so sometimes we had driving schedules, and now it's not necessary, but so we had to discuss this, and then there was always a part about the race and what can happen, and I remember that in this race we discussed about also Wust that maybe at the crossing after I think it's 700, then maybe you can try to catch her behind, but yeah, she was too far ahead already.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, it is good to discuss. But you see, a race always ends up different, and so we discuss possibilities, and like a draft is not always good, because you can also lose your rhythm and speed if you are going behind. You have to catch her if you have a draft. So yeah, this is all things you have to learn. But yeah, we do this every time. Every time we prepare, so we discuss all these possibilities every time. So she knows how to race, and yeah, it ended up different, but yeah, she just continued, and she can adjust her mindset to that in the race now. So that's good.
Yeah. Oh, I think she's pretty good at bringing it on race day. So that was another great effort. But I thought it was also interesting that you told me that you didn't think that was her best 1500, and it was actually the one in Calgary where she had, what was the last lap, like 29.2?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
29.3. Yeah, that like if you we also learned from the race in Salt Lake. We are discussing a lot about and also checking races of Kjeld Nuis and Thomas Kroll, because yeah they skate a little bit in with the same focus and the same strategy in the races. So yeah, their last laps are better than Miho's in Salt Lake. She's fighting, and then she's coming up. She's moving too fast. Yeah, I understand why, but this is something that can be better.
Hmm.
And yeah, if she combines everything, her fast start, her fast first lap, fast second lap, and fast third lap, then she can go faster than 149.8. I'm sure of that. But yeah, this all have to come together, and at one moment, in one race. Yeah, this is difficult, and yeah, I think we should just be happy with this race. We saw the first lady under 150. She didn't win the Oscar Matthiessen trophy for this. I don't know why, but
What is
so
that trophy?
this is a trophy for the best performance of the year, the Oscar Matthiessen
Hmm.
trophy. It was a Norwegian skater, but it is a pres- pretty prestigious prize,
Hmm.
especially in the Netherlands and Norway. But yeah, of course, I thought this was the best performance of the year. But of course, Kjeld Nuis just became 2 times Olympic champion the year after, 2 times world champion. But it should not count, because it should count only one race. And that's why this is the prize is about one race.
Hmm.
And I thought the first lady under 150 is pretty special, but yeah, it's okay.
At least you're over it.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, Miho,
Hi.
you are still skating on Nagano blades.
Yeah.
Can you tell us why?
Why?
Yeah.
difficult question だな。Yeah, yeah, that's simple. Yeah, I I tried Icon, Sapphire, and other blade, but I couldn't find other good blade. So yeah, that's why I still use Nagan Spring. Yeah.
So, what is it about the Naganos that you like so much? Is it because you can steer them easily?
History って言った？ Like, I like.
Why do you like these blades so much?
I can skate fast.
That is the answer of the year right there. Oh, Miho, that's awesome.
She tries other blades. She just tried also new Nagano blades. Not new. She also already tried last year, but yeah, we always say, yeah, if you test them and you skate fast, then it's good. If you don't skate fast, then it's not good. Then you have to go back. That's yeah. More simple, you cannot make it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my coach is really curious and talks about it all the time. When guys get, you know, obsessed with, oh, I got to get new this and new that, and he's always like, Miho's still on Naganos, and just shuts everybody up.
Yeah, but it is where you have what I am afraid of, and which I really don't like and don't want, is that it is becoming an excuse. So if you are not skating fast, then it is because of the shoes, or it is because of the blades. No, it is not because of the shoes of the blades. It's because of you, and it always starts with yourself. So if it's good, it's good. Then you should not change it, and then you have no excuse. You can skate fast.
Yeah,
It's as simple as that.
Miho.
Right.
Okay, so I asked you about this last week, and I'm going to ask you again. So when you go to the line, you always do this:
Yeah.
right, left.
I don't have reason. I don't have this, but may probably yeah. I though I try to relax and focus for the race. Yeah, yes. I think this is like a routine.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I can't get my neck to go that far, though. You're very flexible.
Oh.
So, coach, are you going to stay with Miho as long as she continues to compete?
Yeah, that's difficult to say, but probably yes.
Okay.
I would like it, and if she would like it, then that would be nice, and we can continue.
Yeah.
But yeah, my position is should always be changeable, especially when when like the results are getting worse, or if Miho is skating at the start of the season really fast and at the end really bad. Yeah, then this is my work. So then I'm not doing my work not good enough. So then, yeah, you should evaluate yourself and also evaluate with your team. Like, should we continue, or is everyone still happy and convinced that it's getting better? Because yeah, it's very simple. The only thing that counts is the result, and this is my responsibility. So if Miho is not good at the moment that we want her to be good, then that's my mistake.
Yeah. Well, I guess the obvious follow up to that is, let's say Miho, you know, has a good season, but just decides that this was enough, and she says that she's finished. Um, have you thought about what you want to do? I would imagine that there's other countries or maybe teams within the Netherlands that are interested in what you've done, because I think it's been very impressive. So, have you thought about that, or are you just trying to stay in the moment?
Yeah, well, I had to think about it because yeah, I was finished in Japan, and yeah, this with Miho started in June, so I had many time to think about what I wanted, and yeah, what I would like to do is I work together with a scientist in the Netherlands, and yeah, we are working together now for about 10 years, and we are developing our programs. He's especially focusing on the weight menu and the testing protocols, different ways of testing, and I'm focusing more on like the organization of the team and the training menus of yeah, like overall. And yeah, I think in the last 10 years our programs developed so much that we can help skaters and yeah, on the highest level. And besides that, we would like to keep developing those programs. So, and you can only develop these programs if you have the right tools. So, if you have like really good skaters. So this is really what I would like to do and to continue. And yeah, it would be nice if there is a team or if there are skaters or yeah, people would that also has this focus and this mindset because yeah, then what you create is like a very dynamic situation in which people can tell what they want because yeah, the only thing is try to get better. And yeah, if I can find this somewhere, then that would be nice.
Miho.
Hi.
So we just came off of an Olympic year and we're starting up another season. Do you have any specific goals this season?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, of course I have some goal for in this season. I want to set the new national record on 5K, and
Oh,
for example, yeah, and also, I want to set the under 37 second on 500.
mm,
Yeah, personal best, ne? Personal best, yeah.
yeah.
だって、as so I changed my environment from this season. So everything is new and big challenge for me. So I want to enjoy the moment.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So when is the qualifier?
21 to 23 October.
Okay, gotcha. So you got a little bit of time left. So, Miho,
Yeah. No, so.
they're so cute. So, tell me about your relationship with Now because it seems like she says that this competition is going to be her last. So, tell me about your relationship with Now.
Okay. Yeah. She's a good skater, and I like to skate with her in the race. So yeah. So I'm happy and lucky to skate with her in national competition because I had a very good motivation for the race. I think, yeah, I hope we are influence each other. Yeah, I hope. So and I wish her all of the best.
Mhm.
Her all of the best in 違う her in 違うちょっともっと N 口してきた I wish her all the best in
I'm not going to. You know this. You know this. You can say.
もう疲れてきちゃったよねin her new life だ
Yes.
そう、Yeah, try again?
No, that was fantastic. I like when you punch him. That's the best part. So I think it's going to be really interesting if she skates extremely well, if she's really going to retire. It seemed interesting to me. I know, Johan, you were not coaching her, but it just seemed really odd that she didn't perform all that well going into the games last year. That was really surprising. I feel like she must have had an injury or something. But
Yeah, she had. We also didn't know. It was also a surprise for us because we don't see them very often. They train in Nagano, and we are mostly training in Obihiro. And during the World Cups, they mostly stay in another hotel.
mm,
So yeah, we don't really see them. And yeah, at the Olympics, yeah, we saw her start and at the 500, and we were thinking, yeah, what is wrong? And yeah, after that race, we also heard that she had an injury and she wasn't recovered yet.
mm.
So yeah, that was disappointing in the first place for her, of course.
So, Coach, I love watching you two together. It's clear that you guys have a great relationship. Tell me, tell me what Miho has meant to you over these last 7 years.
Yeah, that's a difficult question to answer. It is
Is it because she's sitting right there?
no, 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 absolutely not. It is like, we have a coach skater relationship, but yeah, also she's coming to our house, and she yeah she's almost like family, or it feels very familiar. And now also we stay a lot of time together. Yeah, we are not really fighting, or yeah, I think sometimes she get a little bit annoyed about me, but yeah, most of the time it is okay, and we get along. So yeah, it is special, I think.
Yeah. Well, I watch you two together, and I just see nothing but mutual respect. And it's not surprising to me that you guys have had the success you've had because the relationship is really good. And I think that's super important. And I think it's interesting when you talked about what you brought to the Japanese team and just the fact that they're enjoying the time. And Miho says that she wants to, enjoy the moment. I think that's fantastic. And I think you've left your fingerprints on the Japanese Skating Federation. That's fantastic. I have one last question for you, Miho.
Hi.
Do you have any idea when it will be time to retire?
Oh, そうだ. Yeah, so I think when I have no energy for skating in my heart, yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, you said when it, it why you wanted to continue to skate. That's also what you just said. And I think what you say is correct. You really like the skating still, so that's why you continued skating. Yeah, if you don't feel that anymore, then maybe it's time to retire.
And she still has goals, and that's an important thing that you feel like you're working towards something. Which brings me to another question. So, this coming season, we have World Cups, of course. What are the other competitions that Miho is looking at? Is there a world all around this year?
No, there is a world single distance in Heerenveen in March.
Mm.
Yeah, there also she set a goal. She didn't tell here. Maybe she can tell herself.
She's gonna win every distance. Are you gonna go Eric Heiden on us?
Also, I want to set the rink record on 1500. Yeah.
So track
Yeah.
record 1500 and tee off.
Yes.
Nice. So she will skate in the 500,000, 1500, 3K.
Yeah, we didn't decide yet, and yeah, she has to qualify first. So that's
Oh, okay.
simple. And yeah, we will look at that time, but yeah, and we don't know about the team pursuit this year, about how that will develop. This was always a strong distance for us,
Mm-hmm.
and there are still some strong skaters. So if this will develop in the right way, then this is maybe a serious option, but we don't know yet. And yeah, we have to see also how the 500-meter develops, and she will skate some 3Ks also. We have to see, but our focus is with the 1,000 and the 1,500. This is hard enough. There are so many strong competitors, and yeah, she beat Jutta Leerdam in Beijing, and also Brittany, of course. And Tialf is a very strong rink for Brittany and for Jutta. Yeah, also for Miho, of course. But
Mm-hmm.
this fight will be very difficult already. So to look at 4 or 5 distances now is too far.
Yeah. That's March, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's time. Who decides who's going to be on the team pursuit?
At this moment, there is nobody responsible.
Hmm.
Yeah, the head coach of the national team is. We did one training now together, so it's also not so much. It is a little bit difficult at this moment, like who is responsible and who is taking the lead, who is thinking about the strategies in all parts of the team pursuit. So it is, yeah, we have to see.
Okay. When I put this podcast together, this was my dream scenario to be able to sit and talk with you guys, and we've actually done it 2 weeks in a row. You've been very gracious with your time, Miho, and I appreciate you giving this a go. There's other people that I've reached out to who have not had the confidence to try because they don't like their English, and I thought you were great. And I love the insight that you brought along as well, Coach, and I love your relationship. I think you guys are fantastic together. I think it's going to be a great season. I don't know if we'll see you for another full quad. That would be excellent. But anything else you have to say, Miho?
No.
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 If you have nothing to say.
Thank you.
No.
ありがとう。
Arigato. じゃあまたね。
じゃあまたね。早く。
All right. All right. This is the Speed Skating Video Podcast. This has been a ton of fun, and we are out of here.